Irish truck drivers deliver 500 metric tons of aid to Ukrainian refugees. Truck drivers from the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland, UK, recently departed Dublin in a 25-truck convoy called Aid from Ireland. Driving across Europe, the caring truckies have brought 500 metric tons of relief supplies to Ukrainian refugees at the Polish-Ukrainian border. The 5-day-long trip was funded by the individual transport operators, and the goods were contributed by companies, individuals, and community groups. Included in the delivery were clothing, medical supplies, food, and more. Thank you, residents and companies of the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland, for your generous donations to the gentle people of Ukraine in their urgent time of need. A huge kudos goes out to the brave and caring truck drivers who delivered these vital supplies. May you travel in safety always. In God's enduring mercy, may the war in Ukraine soon end as peace spreads throughout the planet.
New study in United Kingdom finds cancer threat reduction from plant-based lifestyles. A recently published paper concluded that eating a veg diet is associated with a lower risk of cancer than a diet that includes meat and fish. It noted the possibility of colorectal cancer was 22% lower, with a lessened chance for prostate and breast cancer as well. The study prompted the UK newspaper The Daily Mail to call for more people to join in Tofu Tuesdays, in addition to the already popular Meatless Mondays, so as to avoid the adverse impacts of animal people meat and partake in the benefits of plant-based living. The 11-year study, led by Cody Watling at the University of Oxford, UK, examined cancer rates of more than 470,000 British residents who were classified according to their quantity of meat intake. Many thanks for your research highlighting the advantages of the vital plant-based diet, Cody Watling and co-researchers. Also, thank you, Daily Mail, for publishing this important information for your readers.
Australian school introduces Indigenous language and culture program. After growing interest shown by students, parents, and Aboriginal teachers, Renmark High School in South Australia has started a class to teach the locally spoken Ngarrindjeri language and customs. Collaborating with local elders and their communities, the Aboriginal Languages and Culture class provides an opportunity for students to learn facts, stories, and lessons on wider Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander traditions. Daniel Giles, an Aboriginal man and teacher, commented, "It is a language class, but we did not just want to teach words. It's teaching how language affects people." In 2022, over 6,000 students throughout 50 schools in South Australia are expected to be learning an Aboriginal language. Such a wonderful endeavour, and accolades to all schools that are providing youth with the opportunity to embrace this valuable learning experience. May the rich traditions of Indigenous Australians flourish evermore in celestial oneness.
Togo launches 3-year-long project to improve drinking water accessibility. The project for the improvement of drinking water and sanitation management in smaller centers in the maritime region has begun operations in the Ave 2 and Zio 2 municipalities of the West African country. The over €650,000 initiative is being implemented by the private association Pioneers in Action for Environmentally Integrated Development. In partnership with the Togolese government, the association will provide technical services for drinking water and sanitation, extend water networks, and carry out rehabilitation work. The pilot 3-year project will establish local institutional and legal frameworks to manage public drinking water and sanitation services in these municipalities as part of the eventual goal of providing universal access to drinking water in Togo by 2030. Our appreciation, Government of Togo, for helping to secure your people's right to this precious resource. In the delight of the providence, may all the lovely Togolese soon conveniently enjoy clean and safe drinking water.
Army veteran rescues baby passed from second-floor apartment. In March, a massive explosion and subsequent fire occurred at an apartment complex in Silver Spring, Maryland, United States, which sent its tenants anxiously running for their lives. Stephen Inman, a veteran who lives nearby, sprang into action and saved a child after the mother was able to stretch out and pass the child for him to grab from the second floor. He and others later rescued the baby's mother, who got stuck in the building. The brave veteran then joined other Good Samaritans to alert more tenants of the fire and helped evacuate multiple people to safety. There were no casualties, although 14 people were sent to the hospital for further treatment. A fund to help the 124 adults and 36 children displaced has up to now distributed $70,000 of $480,000 donated. A standing ovation, Stephen Inman and all involved, for demonstrating true community spirit. May all displaced residents soon regain normalcy to their lives in heaven's compassion.
German health minister calls for meat tax and vegan meat subsidies. In an interview with the major German newspaper Der Spiegel, the Federal Minister of Health, His Excellency Professor Karl Lauterbach, recently stated that meat from animal people should be taxed, while vegan meat products should be subsidized to benefit the climate and public health, as well as avoid animal cruelty. Last year, Germany's coalition government members signed an agreement affirming a policy of promoting meat analogs that states, "We will strengthen plant-based alternatives and advocate for the approval of innovations such as alternative protein sources and meat substitute products in the European Union." Germany is a Shining World Caring Leadership Award and Shining World Leadership Awards for Compassion and Wise Governance laureate. Our applause, Your Excellency, Professor Karl Lauterbach, for your wise call for Germany to support meat alternatives. In the grace of the divine, may your plan be expeditiously implemented as the noble European people help lead the world into the golden age of peace.
Dog person saves caregiver from drowning in United States. Harry Smith, an 81-year-young resident of Port St. Lucie, Florida, was taking his loving dog person companion, Sarah Jane, for a walk when his electric wheelchair lost traction in mulch, leading him to slide down a bank and into a lake. Sensing the urgency of the situation, Sarah Jane began to bark frantically. Her calls for help were heard by Edward Sulling and Abby Jacob Chaco across the street, who flagged down a local police officer. Officer Adam Doty and the two gentlemen jumped into the lake and together were able to bring Harry to safety. At that moment, only the senior's head was above water. Luckily, Mr. Smith was not injured. Thank you, beautiful Sarah Jane, Officer Adam Doty, Edward Sulling, and Abby Jacob Chaco, for teaming up to save Harry Smith from a dangerous situation. May all humans soon realize the high intelligence and immense love of our animal people co-inhabitants in celestial radiance.